If you've ever...
Welcome to today's show. I usually show you some clips during my videos, and I know sometimes people don't make it to the end. Make sure you stick this out, because I have to show you the trailer for the show, and then I have to show you the intro to it. It is so unbelievable. It shows you exactly what's going on, exactly how their plan is progressing with black goo, of course. What else would it be? And it's so blatantly obvious, it's unbelievable. So before I get into it, I want to thank the subscriber, Dave, on the website who posted this. This is a new show called Severance, which is on Apple Plus, I guess, which is, what a surprise that Apple would produce this. The same people that came out with the first computer and sold it for $666.66, $666.66. No coincidence there, which I showed you recently, of course, and since I've started my channel, and of course uses the Apple as the forbidden fruit with the bite in the forbidden fruit, that they would produce such garbage content, of course, which is quality to the masses out there who just cannot see what's being shown right in front of their faces, as I'll show you in the comment section below it, which is frightening at the stupidity. But let me start by showing you the trailer for the show. Things to keep an eye on is the whole, this is the same type of theme of getting uploading your consciousness. You'll see the microchip, okay, in a syringe, going inside of people who are now getting trapped inside of this different type of reality. Take a look.
Every time you find yourself here, it's because you chose to come back. Hello, my name is Mark S. And I have, of my own free accord, elected to undergo the procedure known as severance. I give consent to sever my memories between my work life and my personal life. I acknowledge that once the procedure is complete, I will be unable to access my personal memories whilst on the severed floor.
Say gratitude.
Nor will I retain work memories.
Hey!
Sorry, when I return home at the end of the day. I make these statements freely.
Hi, kids. What's for dinner?
We warned you.
About the greeting? You were kidding.
We hate it. How many reasons did we come up with?
8.
Good morning.
Hi, Mr. Milchek.
Mark, could I have a word?
Petey is no longer with this company.
I'm sorry, Mark. You guys were one of my favorite office friendships.
What happened?
We'd love to tell you, but unfortunately non-disclosure policy forbids.
I confer upon you the advanced role of department chief. Congratulations. A handshake is available upon request.
Thank you. May I have a handshake? Do I know you?
My name's Petey. I'm from work.
So, we're friends?
I'm your best friend. Nothing is what they say. I used to think it would take a monster to put someone in a place like that office. Especially if the person was himself. If you want to know what's going on down there, you'll find the beginning of a very long answer.
What's happening?
What is it we actually do here?
It's important your eyes be kind. Do you know how to make your eyes kind?
So you see, obviously you saw the, pretty much a brain chip, right? And if you think that was revealing, you're saying, wow, that's a real, wow, what a show, right? Wait till you see the introduction, like the intro for the show, each episode that gets played. This will blow your mind. Keep an eye out for the black goo all over the place, especially when it gets sucked into a syringe. No joke. I don't know if I've seen a more obvious correlation between the purpose of the black goo with the syringe and, of course, the magic potion and an actual plot of a show that's talking about uploading your consciousness. So they're not hiding it. They're putting both together. And this has to do with transhumanism. One of the things also to note is a common theme that we constantly see in these shows is that when people are getting uploaded into this consciousness, that a lot of the time they want out and it's too late once they get in, right? You saw the newspaper in that trailer that I showed you earlier where it says end severance, right? Where they're trying to, get out of it, right? Remember that X-Files episode I showed everybody? I'll show it to you right now, where the guy uploads his consciousness to live forever inside of this, virtual realm, just like the TV show or these, the Amazon Prime series Upload, where people are leaving here and uploading their consciousness. I mean, they're telling us this over and over, yet these people don't see it. Take a look.
Upload's that way, OR's the other way.
2, 1, upload.
I just finished this fascinating book. By the year 2030, there'll be computers that can carry out the same amount of functions as an actual human brain. So theoretically, you could download your thoughts and memories into this computer and live forever as a machine.
Imagine a machine with a full range of human emotion. Its analytical power will be greater than the collective intelligence of every person in the history of the world.
He's dying, but his mind is a pattern of electrical signals. We can upload his consciousness. We can save him.
Just anything, a thought, a childhood memory. How will you know who you're dealing with?
Evelyn.
Oh my God.
I can't feel anything.
I'm here.
It's like I designed heaven. No one here ever dies of cancer or Alzheimer's. Living a lie here. It's a work camp where digital
slaves. You take our uploaded minds to develop science that only the elite will use to lead your world. You turn theories of space colonization into realities for them. We dream, but we're not allowed to have dreams. No choice, no diversity. Here. Steve Jobs, Marvin Minsky, Michael Crichton, they all hate it here. They don't even know who they are. What we were in that life is completely opposite from what we are here.
The Doctor.
Virtual reality holds a key to the evolution of the human mind.
With a vision of the future.
I have a game in my house that you might like to play. Would you like that?
Yeah. Okay.
It's gonna hit me! No, Joe, just relax. It's gonna be like being up there with the stars, Joe. They're going to another planet. His mind is like a clean, hungry sponge.
Around you, I have never been more alive. In 1972, I received a terminal diagnosis. Science could not save my body. My mind, however, that was worth saving. On 200,000 feet of data banks.
People will insist that your buildings make you immortal. Now, as you slip away, do you feel immortal? Offer humanity's greatest minds more time to fulfill their potential. An empty vessel. If we do this, there's no turning back. Your old life is over.
What's that?
Something to stop your heart.
What?
It's something to stop your heart.
How are you feeling? How's that new body smell?
I'll make you a new one. You don't have to go to the next place. I'll see you soon, Mommy.
I'm a ninja.
Pin response normal. How you feeling, Jake?
Hey guys. Welcome to your new body, Jake.
Good.
So it said that by the year 2030, there'll be computers that can carry out the same number of functions as an actual human brain. So theoretically, you could download your thoughts and your memories into this computer
and live forever as a machine.
I mean, unbelievable stuff. So back to the show Severance, which of course, what a surprise, it's Ben Stiller, a bagel biter, who would be the director and producer of the show. One of the other things to note as well is that the main character's name is Mark. And this is the second time, this week that we've seen that? Most of you pointed out, I forgot to mention I didn't even put one and one together. Thanks to you guys, I did. After the fact, because you guys are always on top of things, and that's why you guys are the best subscriber base of any YouTube channel that there is. The show that I covered recently the Apple ID the digital ID, the digital license in Arizona that they had the goat on, and of course they had the name on the card as Mark. What a surprise, right? Well, this too. This is so you have your digital implant going into a syringe, right? They literally show you that going into your body. The guy's name happens to be Mark, and then like you saw in the intro, what happens? Well, you could see them go into inside of his head. And then, of course, what do you see? It gets sucked up and slurped into a syringe, which suddenly turns into black goo, morphing all over the character's face, right? How people don't understand this is beyond me. I get the standpoint of it's a little complicated for people in this world because people are too busy trying to figure out what a woman is. These are the types of debates people are having. That's how insane they've made society, where people are actually arguing over, we have our Congress sitting and talking about what the definition of a woman is. And you don't think that this world is a sitting duck right now, this country, and set up to be destroyed while they're distracted by that? And then they're showing you in these shows exactly what they're doing to mankind right now and what's going to come of it. But the reset, the grid going down, has to occur first to get people, in my opinion at least, on board to take the mark, because they have to reset everything. Everything will be gone. Okay? And people are going to want to go inside of this reality after living and experiencing years of famine, if they survive it, and years of a reality that wasn't the past reality that we all know. It's going to be like living 200 years ago, where suddenly your makeup and all those things don't matter. What matters is, do you have enough water to survive the day? Do you have enough food to survive the day? Not, so-and-so has a crush on me. Let me get on my app. Those types of people are not going to survive what is to come. But as for this show showing you what they're doing to humanity, they've already begun this process because people are already under this experiment. But, they don't want to believe it. They just literally don't. Look at some of the comments. I'm afraid to even show the comments because they're so frightening. These are some of the comments underneath the trailer. Underneath that intro with the syringe in it. These are some of the comments that you'll see. This is by far the best intro of any TV show I've ever seen. It adds more to the show than anything, and the show wouldn't be complete without it. What an incredible job. I'm astonished every single time I watch it. I'll tell you, I'm astonished too, leotard. Very astonished that you can't see it. So this is it. This is what we're living amongst, right? We have people who are living and going through life on a different wavelength than we are. And the wavelength is so low that it's not even on a conscious level. Does that make sense? So in other words, these people are completely non-conscious. They're not seeing what's actually they just look at things the way where it's like, oh, what great animation. Look at some of these people. This guy writes, the first episode gave me like a very good indie game vibe. And this intro only assured this feeling for me. It's perfect. I'm loving the show so far. And look, I know that all the people are going to say like, we're crazy. But when crap hits the fan, which is coming very soon, those people still won't remember us warning them and telling them about this. And they won't be able to comprehend food and water. Think about the importance of all these things that we have, right, in life, what people think is important, their cars, how much money's in their portfolio. All that stuff gets wiped out with a reset. And 100 years ago, you know what was all that mattered to people? How they were going to eat, how they were going to have water, and how they were going to protect themselves. Those three things other than a small amount of us who are still here, who are ready to go, who are probably what they call old souls, who, are prepared for this type of thing, which is a lot of you who listen to this channel. Other than that, I mean, these people are, just look at the comments. They're on a different wavelength. They're showing you flat out what they're doing, right? We've only talked about all this stuff over and over, conspiracy theorists, quote unquote, what they label us, about chips, about mRNA, those types of things, and what they're trying to do to people. Right? I've talked about the Neuralink over and over. What do you think that is, what they're showing there with going inside the brain? And then, of course, even showing you that X-Files clip, constantly telling you that everyone's going to be uploading their consciousness, and they're telling you it's going to be misery. That eventually the people are going to realize that they've taken the mark, they're going to regain consciousness inside of this realm, right? Because at some point, it's like being in a dream. When you're in a dream and you're sleeping and stuff's going on and it feels real, and then suddenly you realize it's a dream and you wake up, because suddenly your conscious goes, this ain't real, or something's happening, you're like, this can't be real, and you wake up, you snap out of it. That's going to happen to people inside of this virtual hell that they're creating, and they're not going to be able to wake up from it because they're going to be connected to a system and they're going to be stuck inside of it. That's what the Bible says in the book of Revelation, that men will seek death and not be able to find it because they'll have taken the mark and they'll be stuck inside of whatever it is they're stuck inside of. I want to call it the metaverse because I don't know which realm they're going to build this out of or what they're going to call it, but something along those lines where people are connected to a virtual realm where they're going to want that after what they pull with the grid here. They're going to want these things. They're going to want things to go back to normal, and that's the only way they're going to be able to do that, is by going inside of there. And then eventually they're going to realize that it's fake and it's not fun and that they're never going to be able to escape it forever and ever and ever, an endless torment. So they're not hiding any of this stuff. Apple, of course, is showing it to you because I believe Apple is going to be, not because they're producing the show, but I've said for a while, I thought that Apple would be the one who produces the mark, the company that will have the tech. And I've said that based on the fact of course, the first computer that got sold, the $666.66, which is blatantly obvious. The Apple, of course, which is blatantly obvious. And because the most trusted, technology really is Apple, right? I mean, most people hear Apple, they're like, ooh, that's a good brand, right? You hear Microsoft, you're like, especially with Gates, of course. You hear something a little bit lower, like LG or whatever, people are like, Samsung, right? But that's just my opinion on that. I can't say that, obviously, factually, but this is just unbelievable. Severance, a new show by Apple, produced by Ben Stiller, telling you about getting stuck inside of a different realm. And of course, another thing I wanted to note, which I didn't say earlier, was they show you with the doors, when they're going through the doors, those are portals to the other side. So when he goes through, this is a common thing. I've covered this since day one. My very first video, like I've said a million times, is about Anti-Diary from Rihanna. And they were using doors. On the other side of the door was a different realm. All right, they're showing you this all the time in music videos with the door. That's what the door represents in these videos. Here you see them going through the door, right, from the light into darkness and crossing over as well. That's what all of this is going to be about, and taking this mark and going into a different realm. So they show you that as well in the trailer. So don't think that some of these fools, they act like fools on TV, like Ben Stiller, don't know what's going on. Of course they do. They might play comedians. Oh, Ben Stiller, the comedian, right? And then he's doing a show like this. You'd be like, Ben Stiller did that? Yeah, they're all on board. They play roles. Oh, he's the funny guy. Oh, that's the sexy girl. Oh, that's the quirky girl. Which one plays to you best? Oh, well, I'm more of quirky, so I like the quirky girl. Oh, I'm more gothic, so I like the gothic girl, right? Oh, I like Pink or whoever is considered gothic, right? All these celebrities are there. You could play into which one fits your personality the best, but they all sell you the same crap. They're all pushing the same agenda. They're all on the same team. Why do you think they're all quote unquote liberal? Not one of them happens to just be like, I believe in Jesus Christ. Or, they're all the same thing. They're all pro-gender stuff. I mean, they're grooming society.